Hey guys, night. I was just relaxing, and then I got a notification on my phone, which was that Xanderhal had just uploaded a new, and literally when I saw this video, I literally felt nauseated, like I was completely nauseous after I saw the title of this video, and the title was basically, Boogie 2988 gets attacked by reactionary who comes to his house. That's literally what it was, and this video, just seeing this almost killed me. It literally almost killed me. So, basically, Xanderhal thought that he knows enough about Boogie to talk about him, despite the fact that he knows nothing of Boogie. He hasn't looked through literally all of the Boogie stuff, and just thinks that he can talk about this because Frank Hustle is like this right-wing caricature, so he can talk about this, and it has something to do with this channel when he knows nothing about what the F is even going on. And literally Frank's politics have nothing to even do with anything, but he thought, oh, right-wing people show up at Boogie house, I better make video about this, even though despite the fact that Xanderhal is literally not even left-wing. He's not even a socialist or anything. He's just a radical liberal. And he thinks that this video is, helping people or something. I don't even know. Basically, he starts off the video by saying, we're going to talk about a topic that's not overtly political, but his whole goal is to make this into a political situation when this has nothing to do with politics.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a topic that is, and NBs of course, that's not exactly overtly political. Now, it does have some political aspects to it, but for the most part, it's not too...
And he does this thing that he does on his channel all the time where he pretends that he cares about transgender people so much that he starts the video off with oh, ladies and gentlemen and NBs. I'm pretty sure he really doesn't even give a crap about any transgender people. He just makes these videos to seem woke and he does care so he can get virtue points. So, in the video, Xanderhal says something really effing stupid. He says that the reason that people on the internet don't like Boogie is because that they believe that the Francis character was real and that they doxed him and sent him death threats.
Character that's this overweight, sort of gamer dude who would get really mad and angry. And that's what he got really popular for. Now, because of this, and because it's the internet, a lot of people got really mad at Boogie, believing that his videos were real. And they would send him death threats, they would dox him, they would get him swatted, all sorts of awful, terrible, horrendous shit. Now, oh, chat just died. Well, hopefully it'll come back on its own.
Keep in mind, this has never happened. No one has ever thought the Francis character was real. Boogie has always said it from the start. Xanderhal is literally lying to his audience to make it seem like the people who don't like Boogie are just mad because they're stupid. No one has ever thought that Francis was a real character. And he talked about swatting. First of all, the only time that Boogie has ever claimed to be swatted was when people sent ambulances and police to his house because they thought he was going to kill himself. Him saying this in his video is extremely dishonest, and he's telling his stupid fans this, considering most of his fans are anarchists, which are literally they have no brain, meaning they'll just listen to whatever he says. So this is literally just him lying to his audience. So Xanderhal also literally lies to your face again by saying that Boogie is in fear of his life. Keep in mind, like I've shown in my other video, Frank had literally told Boogie that he was coming to his house multiple times, and Boogie asked him to come, saying, F yeah, you should come to my house. So Xanderhal saying that Boogie has been in fear of his life, that Frank was coming for him, is a lie. Also, Frank is literally a troll. I shouldn't have to explain this to people. If you think that this man is not a troll, then you're an idiot.
Now, oh, chat just died. Well, hopefully it'll come back on its own. Now, this is not the end of it, though. So Boogie, for a very long time, has been in fear of his life due to the harassment he's received, and just recently, he has been getting harassed and essentially hunted down by a guy called Frank Hassel. Not Frank Castle, like the Punisher, Frank Hassel, like hassling somebody. Now let's go ahead and get a look at this Frank Hassel guy before we get into the events of what we're talking about here. Now, Frank Hassel is
He is the very definition of a troll. Nothing he's saying is legitimate. The idea that Boogie was in fear of his life from this guy is so stupid. Like, you don't even need an intelligence to know that this is not true. Frank said multiple times in his conversation with Boogie, "Boogie, I do not intend on hurting you," and Boogie encouraged him to come. This is Boogie's own fault encouraging him to come. So then Xanderhal says that he's going to go find Frank Hassel on Twitter so you can show him, so he can show everybody what a piece of shit that Frank Hassel is.
Now, Frank Hassel is a piece of shit, to say the least. Here, let's see if we can find some more stuff on him. I assume his YouTube channel has gotten fucking yoinked. Maybe Twitter will have it? Can't show my Twitter because I follow too many sex workers.
And then basically he's like, "Oh, I can't show you my Twitter because I follow too many sex workers." This is a thing that Xanderhal used to do back when I had seen some of his videos before I found out that he was retarded. Basically, he'd be like, "Oh, I follow sex workers on Twitter," and all this positivity stuff. But I really feel like it's just a way that you can be a sex pervert without getting caught, because you're saying like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm not a sex pervert. I'm just following the people because I support them. I just want them to have a good life." Like, no, like, literally everybody can see why you follow them. He just tries to cover it up with wokeness, which is hilarious. So then Xanderhal says, "I went to Frank Hassel's Twitter, and on his Twitter, he's following Donald Trump, and he's following Ethan Ralph."
Let's see, people... I think he might have been banned off Twitter. Well, we can't show him, but I did go to his Twitter account, and I looked over this dude's follow list, and he follows Trump, Ethan Ralph, a couple of other fairly well-known Nazi figures. So the dude is undoubtedly a hardcore reactionary, which you could kind of guess based on what this guy looks like and acts like, but we are going to take a look at a video of when this Frank Hassel guy went to Boogie 298's house and did what he did. Let's go ahead and watch the video. It's only 4 minutes long.
Hey guys, I guess I should make a video about this.
We'll turn it up.
So that means he's a Nazi. So basically, I'm pretty sure the reason that he's following Ethan Ralph is because Ethan Ralph is the host of the effing Kill stream, which is where Frank Hassel has talked to Boogie multiple times. So I'm pretty sure you'd be following the host of a platform that you've been on multiple times, you effing idiot. I really don't think that has anything to do with his politics. Even though I've seen his politics, you really, really have to have, like, the brain of a potato to not understand why he's following this guy. And I'm pretty sure that he is following Donald Trump because he has some right-wing views. But literally, he really tries to make this whole video seem like Nazi goes to Boogie 2988's house. Find more about this on the news at 9. But that's literally not even what happened. This has nothing to do with politics, and for him to think that he can shove his little, like, stupid anarchism onto every situation that's not even involved with politics is so stupid. You're a stupid radical liberal YouTuber. Why don't you get back in your effing lane and stop talking about stuff that you don't understand? So Xanderhal listens to Boogie tell his sob story for a few minutes, and then he says, I'm in favor of Boogie using a gun because I think you should be allowed to use a gun to defend your life and not private property.
To your house to say, I have a gun. If you come to my house, I will shoot you. That is completely fine. Listen, I'm not in favor of using violent force to defend your private property or to defend private property, but I am okay with people using violent force to defend their lives and their personal property. There's a difference between personal property and private property. Private property,
which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Xanderhal literally doesn't even have a brain, and he just listens to Boogie manipulating him. Like, Xanderhal has literally proven himself to be completely effing retarded by making this video. Like, I thought Xanderhal was just kind of stupid, but now I see that he's actually retarded. Like, his brain is gone. It's a bottomless pit at this point. He has no brain. So he says that Boogie should have been allowed to use a gun to defend his life. His life was not in any effing danger. Frank literally said in the video several times, Boogie, I'm not gonna hurt you. And Boogie encouraged him to come multiple times in the video. I've literally shown it in my last video. So he's like, I'm in favor of people defending their lives. But this wasn't a sake of someone defending their life. Frank had no weapons. He wasn't doing anything. All Boogie had to do was call the police or pretend that he wasn't home, and then Frank probably would have left. Literally, there's no proof anywhere that Frank Castle has intended to hurt Boogie. If you can show me one piece of evidence that literally proves that Frank Castle intended to hurt Boogie, I will literally eat my eyebrows. To act like Boogie was in some sort of danger is the stupidest thing ever. This is literally just an attempt to basically make right-wing people look bad, which I'd literally be in favor of if it wasn't even done this effing stupidly. Like, this video had no point. He just wanted to make himself look woke. So Xanderhal proves even more that he's retarded by saying that Frank had violent intent.
The things inside your house, that's your personal property. I think most communists and socialists agree that personal property is valid. It's private property that's the problem. Now, it is completely valid at this point for Boogie to not only threaten the guy if he comes to his home, but if he does come to his home, to shoot him. The guy's already made it very clear he has violent intent, and it's going to become even more clear in a moment. We're going to go over the events that happened when Frank Castle came to Boogie's house, because we're only going to see a little bit of the video here, and hopefully Twitch doesn't get mad at this, but I don't think they will, because nothing happens really in this video.
When there's literally nothing that has ever said that he has violent intent, and even if he had violent intent, call the police, because you're not allowed to shoot somebody unless they have a weapon. He never had violent intent. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to kill Boogie, he wouldn't have showed up with an effing GoPro on his head so he can record his crime. Like, are you really that effing stupid that you think someone would show up to, like, murder Boogie and his whole family and show up filming the entire incident? Like, how retarded are you? Like, I don't even like using the word retarded, but I literally think that this is what the video is at this point. I'm pretty sure that Xanderhal is actually retarded. Like, I'm not even trying to be mean, but I feel like he has some sort of mental disability to even think this. So then Xanderhal talks about how much he hates Keemstar because Keemstar doesn't like Boogie, which is a valid response.
After firing the warning shot, he did. Here is some of the footage that I've already shared with Keemstar, so it's okay to put it here. I want to show you what I'm dealing with.
My thoughts on Keemstar are already very, very well known, but, you know, unfortunately Keemstar has basically burrowed in like a worm to every community, and there's really no getting rid of him. So he's just sort of like a household name in regards to YouTube drama. It's just there's no getting around it. If there is YouTube drama going on, debate Keem when. I almost debated Keemstar. He came into a call while I was talking to Augie and Boblax. He realized who I was and immediately left. So I don't know what to say. He ran away. Keem ran away. I tried. He just fucking left the instant he realized who I was. I mentioned that he'd been talking shit about me on Twitter, and he remembered who I was and got scared and fucking ran. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe one day there'll be a Keem debate, but he's a pretty big coward, so we don't... I don't know. This is the Frank Castle guy.
Come on, you fucking pussy. What's the deal? Where's the gun at, you fat faggot?
I hope you...
And then Xanderhal's like, I hate Keemstar. He's so awful. He tried to talk to me and then he ran away because he was scared. He didn't run away because he was scared. He probably stopped talking to you because you're mentally retarded. Like, if I was in a conversation with you, I would actually probably leave because you're retarded. There's no talking to someone who's this effing stupid. So I'm pretty sure Keemstar did not run away. I'm pretty sure he just left because he didn't want to talk to somebody who has the brain of a potato. So Xanderhal once again proves that he's retarded by saying that Boogie was in his rights to open the door and shoot at Frank. Keep in mind, Frank had no weapon, and that in this video Xanderhal lies and says that Frank had violent intent.
You're a fucking pussy, dude.
There's more footage than that. I can't.
So, after this, Boogie opened up the door. He had a revolver. There's an image and some videos of it on Twitter. It's not hard to find. And Boogie pointed the gun at him and said, "Get the fuck off my property." Rightfully so. This guy has made multiple violent threats and came to his home against his will and was on his property against his will, threatening him through the door. And Boogie, legally speaking, morally, that's up to you. Personally, I think he would have been completely morally justified in shooting this guy dead on his doorstep. Boogie fired off a warning shot in the air, telling him to leave. Now, it's possible Boogie might get in legal trouble for that. Boogie doesn't live out in the country. He lives in Arkansas, but he lives in a residential neighborhood, which means firing off a warning shot into the air could certainly endanger the lives of others not on his property. So legally, Boogie might get in trouble for that. It may be a fine. It could be actual legal.
He had no violent intent. I looked everywhere. There's no evidence of threats or anything that are even real. He's literally never showed up to hurt anyone. You have to actually be brain dead to think this would happen. And even if he did show up to hurt somebody, call the police. And if he comes in before that, then shoot him. There's no reason to shoot somebody if they're just knocking on the door. That's why you can't shoot like a Jehovah's Witness or something and just say, "Oh, I was intimidated by him because he knocked on the door." He has to have a gun, or he has to have some sort of intent, like a gun or a knife, or some sort of intent to hurt you. There's no proof anywhere on earth of this. So Xanderhal literally just lies to his audience. And he thinks he can get away with this because Frank is a right-wing figure and that he can just lie about him and say anything he wants because his audience will believe it because they just think, ew, he must be the one in the wrong here. Just because he's right-winged, which I literally do not like right-wing people. But literally, you cannot just lie about somebody, make an entire lie about them because you don't like their politics. That is the stupidest thing ever. So Xanderhal starts talking about how Boogie can go to jail, obviously, and then he starts talking about Boogie and Anita Sarkeesian by saying Boogie was in the right for saying that Anita Sarkeesian was wrong about worrying about women in video games.
Threatening him. Yeah. Didn't Boogie stalk Anita Sarkeesian at a bunch of conventions? No, the thing that happened with Boogie and Anita Sarkeesian was they were up on stage talking about bullying and like harassment in the gaming community, and in his closing statement, Boogie said that it's not just like a men and women thing, like everybody gets harassed on the internet. It's really bad.
Because everybody is bullied in video games, but I'm pretty sure not everyone who plays a video game, if they're a guy, is like threatened with like rape and stuff and told that they can't play a game because they're a woman. So yeah, and then he defends Boogie not liking Anita Sarkeesian. Keep in mind, Boogie has said that Anita Sarkeesian is responsible for the Charlottesville riots. That is literally what he says. Xanderhal is literally so stupid that he can't even keep to one narrative. Where he's like, I love women, I love the left, and then he's like, I think the guy who said Anita Sarkeesian started Charlottesville is correct. Like, Xanderhal really doesn't have a brain. This is just more proof that he's a grifter. He'll just say anything that he thinks will get him money. Like, oh, like, if this was any other time, Xanderhal would be like, Boogie's an asshole. But because this is defend Boogie time, make right wing look bad, the narrative on this video is Nita Sarkeesian bad because I need money. The Nita Sarkeesian bad, everybody go defend Boogie. But if this was a completely other video, this would be Anita Sarkeesian good. Like, he really, really just wants money. It's so pathetic. So Xanderhal once again proves that he's even more mentally retarded by saying that he couldn't even find anything about Frank Castle. So apparently he knows what he's did, even though he looked it up and it wasn't even there, and then he just gave up.
Chris Ray Gun is cool, isn't he? He is now, but back then he was kind of cringy. But, you know, neither here nor there. But to get around into the political side of this, I looked into this Frank Castle dude. He's probably going to end up losing his YouTube channel if he hasn't already. I mean, I looked him up on YouTube. It wasn't there. I looked him up on Twitter. It wasn't there. He'll probably get completely deplatformed off the internet, and rightly so. This guy's made more or less an online career out of, you know, harassing people the way he has Boogie. Although with the Boogie situation, it's a bit more extreme than usual. But I looked into the guy's Twitter followers just because I was curious, and, you know, my assumptions are proven right. Guy seems to be a fan of the Kill stream, Ethan Ralph, a lot of other reactionary figures, big Trump fan, and so on. So yeah, as you could probably tell by the fact that he called Boogie a homophobic slur, the guy's a reactionary. And honestly, this is the perfect representation of what the stalkery types in the reactionary sphere online are like. It's a perfect representation of it. It's honestly picture perfect. And I haven't seen anybody go into this topic with a political...
And then he's like, I could tell he was evil when he followed the Kill stream. Like I've already said before, he followed it because he was on it, you effing moron. How... Literally, this is making me so angry. And he literally says at the end that you can see why I did this because Frank Castle is excellent proof right-wing bad. So he literally just got into the situation that he has nothing to fucking do with just to make some stupid effing political thing. This is so stupid. Like, I hate Xanderhal so much. This video has made me more angry than anything ever. Like, literally, I wish I could go through the screen and slap Xanderhal's head off in Minecraft, which is what he always says. He always makes a threat against someone, and then he's always like, in Minecraft. Somebody should go kill him in Minecraft. They should destroy his Minecraft house. So how about this? Somebody should kill Xanderhal in Minecraft. They should destroy his Minecraft house, right? Somebody should go and shoot him in Minecraft. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, and remember, if you're this stupid, don't make a video on it. Literally, Xanderhal is the stupidest person on earth. Like, I'm so sick of him. I literally hope somebody kills him in Minecraft. Like, they knock him off of his Minecraft Sky Island, man. This is so sickening. Anyway, I'm done with this video. It makes me want to throw up. Xanderhal is the stupidest person on earth who just wants to inject politics in places that they don't need to be. Please shut up. Please shut up. Stop talking. Please shut the hell up. You have no brain. You are retarded. You don't even know what you're talking about. Please shut up. Please go back to your little stupid anarchist community. Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares. You have nothing to do with Boogie. Please fuck off.